In today's video, we're checking out this custom electric guitar from Kiesel. This is built to my specs based on that of the S6. Let's see how it sounds. Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. You're listening to this custom electric guitar from Kiesel. Let's take a look up close. Here's the electric guitar up close, and as you can see, the finish looks awesome. You can see the grain through the actual overcoat. I think that looks really, really cool. Now, this is based on the Solo S6, and it has the 510 tremolo system, so this is a tremolo bridge, and it works really, really well. Now we get a one-piece swamp ash body, and one of the benefits of this instrument is it's extremely light. It's way lighter than my Strats or Telecasters, which is a huge bonus. This select whitewash finish looks really, really cool as well. Being able to see the grain through it just gives it a really nice point of difference. One of the things that's clearly different about this guitar than all of the other 3 pickup guitars I've ever had over the years is the way that they're wired and the way that they sound. So if we go from neck pickup here, that's this position. Then if we go to position 2, it's middle pickup on its own, which is very cool and very different. You don't get that typical these 2 pickups. And if I want that, I've got a Strat anyway. So that works out really well. Then when we go to the middle position, which is usually this pickup, we're actually getting the Tele configuration of neck and bridge. And this sounds very, very legit. I love it. And then when we go to this position, Johnny loves that sort of bridge and middle Strat pickup tone, and that's one of my favorites on a Strat, so you get these 2 pickups. How great is that? Then you go over to bridge and you get one of the roundest and fullest Tele sounding bridge pickups I've ever heard. Now, to keep things nice and simple, I love the fact there's only one volume control and one tone control, very T-style in its design, and we get a quality input jack down here, not one of those ones that fall out after a few years, so very cool. Also installed, we get 22 stainless steel medium jumbo frets, which makes for a really great playing experience, but also it will stand the test of time. Stainless steel frets last and last forever. Now, if you're already subscribed to the channel, you might know I like fat necks. This is what they call the double fat neck. This isn't quite as big as the Deep C on my Tele, but it's somewhere between that and my 52 reissue, which is a bit thinner. So yeah, it's a really comfortable neck in the hand. It has a bit of chunk to it, but it's not overly fat. So I think this type of shape will appeal to most people. Included, we get the roasted maple fingerboard and the roasted maple neck. We get black acrylic dots across the fretboard, and we also get glow-in-the-dark dots up here. This is a really great addition. It's something that caught me a little bit by surprise, but when I had all the lights off last night, and I came back into the room, I was like, oh, there's glowing dots. So that's a great upgrade, great for gigging musicians. Now, usually the S6 and a couple of the other models come with a reverse headstock, but as you can see, I went for one that's the regular side up. 6 side tuners as well, which appeals to me. I really dig this headstock shape. It's not too out there, and I think it just looks really, really cool. But we also get these. We get Kiesel locking tuners. This thing was basically in tune straight out of the box, all the way from Escondido, California. So let me tell you a little bit about how I ended up with this guitar and how I settled on this particular configuration. So full disclosure, about 10 weeks back or so before receiving this, Brandon from Kiesel Guitars sent me an email saying, hey, we love your channel. Is there any chance we can build you a guitar to whatever specs you like and we'll ship it down? I was like, serious? I was really blown away. So thank you so much, Brandon, for the email, mate. And thank you so much for this guitar. Yeah, I didn't buy this, just to let you know. They have sent this out for review and to be used on the channel, and it's an absolute beast. So the way that I ended up getting to this particular configuration was fairly simple in my determination of knowing what I really liked in other guitars that I've owned and played, as well as what I saw on their site. So Johnny Hiland, one of my favorite players, you know, every time I watch him on YouTube, I've never seen him live, but every time I watch him play, it's just amazing, and his tones are great. And this is very similar to the S6 and Johnny Hiland model in many ways. So you get those pickups, the different pickup combinations, which I explained before. It's got a fatter neck, and it's just a very simple guitar that's also extremely light, which is absolutely cool. So this ticks a lot of boxes in terms of what it does. That, you know, it's the best combination, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, of a Telecaster and a Strat in one. Even though the pickups look like a conventional Strat set, this bridge pickup is all Tele. It sounds phenomenal, and not only that, it looks great as well. And I love simple electric guitars. It's just such a beautiful instrument to look at, and when you pick it up and play it, it feels great as well. So for me, the simplicity of this really ticked the boxes. I didn't want any reverse headstocks or anything like that, and they've done a phenomenal job straight out of the box, straight into the recording, and it plays and feels great. So I hope you like this video. If you want to find out more about Kiesel instruments, links will be in the description below. Let's get into it. Let's kick it off. Today I'm plugged into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier on the clean channel with the volume up at about 3.5. I have the amplifier mic'd up with a Suhr SM57 and a Sennheiser E906, and the amplifier is loaded with an Eminent Swamp Thing speaker. So we're going to start with the clean tones to begin with, and I'm going to show you all the unique pickup combinations on this particular instrument, because it is different to a Strat and it is slightly different to a Tele. So it's got lots of cool things. If you like Teles and Strats, you'll like what this does, at least I hope so. So here we go. This is neck pickup. So that's that Strat neck pickup tone. It sounds great. Let's try a couple of single note things. Beautiful tone. Now the next pickup combination is just middle on its own, so you don't get these two together, which is a pickup combination I never use anyway. So for me, this worked out really well. So this is still clean. All right, now if we go over to middle position on the switch, we get neck and bridge together. So that Tele pickup combination. This is all Tele. Have a listen to this. So that gives you that classic Telecaster tone of both neck and bridge. That sounds great. And now over to one of the classic Strat combinations of bridge and middle pickups. Here we go. So you can definitely get some of that classic fingerstyle stuff out of this. Yeah, all right. And now over to the last position on the guitar, which is bridge pickup on its own. Now, while it looks like a Strat pickup, it has that Tele vibe. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Let's go over to some overdrive tones now, thanks to the Royal Flush Dual Overdrive pedal. Now, in the intro track, I had both sides of the Royal Flush on, and I was just working my volume control. So I'm going to show you how that sounds now. So this is with both sides of the overdrive on with a little bit of delay, but the volume control just up from off, and it still almost sounds dead clean. Now that actually does sound dead clean in the room. Have a listen to the difference. Whew, it's loud as. It actually bumped the DVD off the desk. I go old school, DVDs. All right, so now we're going over to middle pickup on its own. Let's take a listen, and I've backed off one side of the overdrive, so I'm just using the left side now. Yeah. And now over to neck and bridge pickup together. Here we go. Sounds great together. And now over to middle and bridge. That same position now with the other side of the Royal Flush. Woo, that is loud. And lastly, over to bridge pickup now with both sides of the Royal Flush on. This is just as dynamic as the neck pickup, so if I turn down, it cleans up beautifully. Let's start though with it all the way up. Epic sustain. If I turn down, it just cleans up beautifully. Thanks for watching, folks. A massive thank you to Kiesel for building this and sending it out. It's an absolute mainstay on the channel. This thing is really, really beautiful. I can highly encourage you to go check out their website. If you're unfamiliar with what they do, I'll leave some links in the description. Like I said, it took me a while to work out exactly what I wanted, and thank you, Brandon, for going back and forth with me, because I'm not a big spec guy, but I know what I like in terms of, you know, feel and frets and a few other little bits and pieces. So the stainless steel frets are going to last forever. It's got a nice, comfortable neck. It's not the fattest neck I've ever owned, but it's definitely not the thinnest either. So it's right in that middle ground, which is great. The pickups sound phenomenal. They sound very different to my Strat, and some of the positions sound very different to my Tele as well, and also at the same time very similar. So yeah, it does a lot of really good things. This pickup combination is fantastic, and you're going to see this coming up on a whole lot of videos. So thanks again to Kiesel for sending this out. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Brandon. And guys, go check out Brandon's video. He's one of the best players I've ever heard on YouTube. No kidding, go check it out. He did a video of this. It was another one of the main reasons why I decided on this shape and going for this style. It just totally blew my mind. He's a great player, so check him out. In terms of quality components and craftsmanship, this is one of the best guitars that I've had my hands on, straight out of the box. It needs no work whatsoever. Thanks again, catch you soon. See ya.